Hey everyone, Zach here from the Trading Network. Hope you all are doing well. Just wanted to make a quick little video today to go over briefly how I'm trading the trade plans that I post in our Facebook group. For those of you who are not already members, you can find our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/the Trading Network. And for those of you who are in our group, you should be familiar with the trade plans that I post, and furthermore, that those trade plans are based on market profile levels. Now, I have my market profile here on the right side of the chart, but I'm not going to get into that too much for the sake of this video. But just know that these levels are very important levels, typically institutional levels, that get a ton of play throughout each session. Now, with that said, we're going to go through and see in, quote, real time how I'm thinking about these levels and reacting to them, and furthermore, taking trades off them. Now, we are on the playback here. Now I have Friday, which is yesterday, queued up, 7:30 a.m. my time, which is the New York Open. Now, I'm going to bring up my trade plan real quick and just go over the summary. Now, the summary quickly says, if ES moves and holds above 30.70.75 on open, target 30.79.50, 30.82, 30.96.75, 31.03.75, and 31.08.75 to the upside. Now you can see that it says below that, if ES moves and holds below 30.75 on open, target 30.62.25, 30.56.25, 31.50.50, 30.51.50, 30.41.50, and 30.26.50. Now, I'm going to just put that to the side for now, and we're going to look at these levels. You can see that I have these levels marked off on my chart here. I have 625 settlement. I have 624 value area high. I have 625 value area high. The overnight low from 625. And I also have an extended point of control down here at 30.41.50, along with some other levels that I have in my trade plan. But we'll get there. So now, I'm just going to go ahead and click play on this. And we're going to watch price action go ahead and move through the open. This is my order flow trade detector. I'm going to go ahead and delete this for this video. We can get into that later. So, moving through the open, I look to see reaction off these major levels that I have marked off. So we can speed it up a little bit. And I'm saying to myself, all right, we've already rejected off value area high once. If you look at my oscillators here, we have my stochastics. These are my proprietary stochastics. They're in the overbought zone already. This indicator down here is called RSX. This is another momentum oscillator. You can see that is also in the overbought zone, flashing red. And that gives us an indication that price might be coming to the downside. So you can see we already have a great trade immediately off value area high on open. Now this is a trade that I would take myself purely from these things popping up. Stochastics in the overbought zone, curling to the downside. We have our RSX in the overbought zone, curling to the downside. We have a clear profile level that I have marked in my trade plan. And you can see we have a nice flush down. Now we're looking to our next profile level, or our next major level of possible support. Here I have a second lower deviation of VWAP, which is this yellow level right here. And I have a Fibonacci pivot, the pivot point itself, which is the PP. And right below that, we have the value area high from June 25th, which is at 30.51.50. And then again, we're looking at the oscillators. And you can see on the flip side, oversold zone, flashing green, flashing green. We have momentum now coming to the upside. On our previous example, we had momentum losing to the upside and gaining to the downside. And now we have a clear change in behavior with upside momentum. And we'll see if price gets picked up. And more than likely, we are either going to get a flush down, or I'm sorry, up to this level, which is the first lower deviation of VWAP, or if that gets broken to the upside, we're going to get a retest of value area high, where I'm going to be looking for another possible short entry. I typically only want to take trades off the profile levels because we know these major profile levels are going to give up a lot of reaction every time they're touched. So now we're kind of just waiting. You see we have a nice structure on the stochastics again. We have a nice structure on the RSX, and price is flushing down off that next VWAP level. All of my indicators that I use signify very important levels. Levels that can have trades taken from them, levels that can be used as targets. Very, very important areas on price action. So now we're working our way down. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Let's see what happens. Now we have price starting to kind of consolidate a little bit. But again, we're looking for reaction at these profile levels. So if I'm being patient, if I'm sticking to my plan, I'm waiting for price to get back up to that value area high to short, preferably with the same structure on the stochastics and the RSX. You can see price is coming up to this level. Now I'm getting ready, and I'm looking at my oscillators. I can say my oscillators aren't quite ready yet. Now they're flashing. Do I want to take a trade? Maybe I do. So let's get ready. So now my RSX is flashing. Now I'm interested in a short. And now I'm in. Now just like the last trade, we had RSX in the critical zone flashing red. We had the stochastics in the critical zone flashing red and curling down. That tells us that the sellers are stepping in, that the upside momentum is being lost, and that there is momentum to the downside. And you can see we've hit our first take profit. Sometimes I'll go ahead and put my stop loss at break even. You know, I have a hotkey to do that, so I just need to hit one key. But most of the time I'll just let it ride out. And you can see right there that just from that setup, just from that beautiful profile level that we've seen reaction from time and time again, just within the last hour, and this is on the 377 tick, mind you, so there's a lot of setups popping up, as you can see. But we can take trades just like this over and over again that are very high probability because you see the same pattern repeating. I don't need that. And when you get comfortable seeing setups like this, you don't even have to think about it. You see your setup and you take it instantly. There's no thought process. It's obvious. You want setups that require no second guessing, that have no guesswork involved. And that's what my indicators do. You can see it's extremely clear. Overbought, oversold, overbought, major level. Not only do we have a major profile level, but we have a major moving average, the 377 exponential. That's another magic EMA, and I'm sure that there will be plenty of content just on that exponential moving average and strategies based around that in the future. But I just wanted to give you guys a relatively quick example and a quick look into how I'm actually taking trades on a daily basis based on these profile levels. So just to kind of bounce off that a little bit further, let's see how price begins to react off these profile levels again. Now, I want to keep this video short, but you can see that we have beautiful reaction off that value area high. Let's see if we get reaction off of the June 25th value area high here. And we do indeed. And you can see that price will move between these levels, and price will determine whether or not these levels become support and resistance. And I kind of like to call it a domino effect. So if the June 24th value area high is resistance, we're going to test the June 25th value area high below that, and we're going to see if that can hold up as support. If that can't hold up as support, then we're going to test the level below that, etc. So as each of these levels get broken, I look to the next level lower. You can see the overnight low just got broken. Where are we looking next? We're looking at that June 24th extended point of control at 30.4150, and so on. So you can see price will bounce back and forth between these levels. Sometimes the levels will get run through by a couple points, and then you'll get further reaction to the opposite direction. But if I speed it up a little more here, you can see that throughout the day, the price structure is based off of these profile levels and the reaction to these profile levels. And as the day went on, all of these profile levels were broken to the downside. And as I pull up my trade plan here, you can say that if these levels continue to get broken to the downside, then these next lower targets are completely valid. So we've already had a 51.50 broken to the downside. Our next level is 41.50. So now we're looking to see what happens. Now 41.50 is getting tested, and you can certainly take plays off of these tests. Right here. Here's a great example. Flashing green. Flashing green. $41.50 gets broken to the downside. Where are we looking? Next profile level. You can see where I'm going with this. And all these profile levels get broken throughout the day. And all of my downside targets were hit, in this case, in the first hour of New York session. You can see right there, my last downside target was 30.2650. I think I might have moved the level there just a bit. And this is how I am basing my trades throughout the day. I'm watching reaction to these profile levels. So just to recap, 625 was previously support, got broken to the downside. Now it's resistance. Now it's resistance. Now it's resistance. And just like I showed you guys, oscillators crossing down, flashing in the critical zone, oscillators crossing up, flashing in the critical zone. Lots of trades. Lots of trade opportunity. Easy places to manage your risk. Look at these. You could have had a point stop loss on all of these trades, and you would have been more than fine. So I don't want to drag this video on too long, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of questions after I post this, so feel free to post them in our group. Feel free to post them on the YouTube comment section, and I look forward to answering your guys' questions and getting your feedback. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.